Hello and welcome to the Redflex. This is the official countdown to RB Leipzig versus Manchester United in what is a pivotal game for the season of Manchester United. We've had some good results and somehow we've sneaked into the top 6 positions in the Premier League, but this is all or nothing. This is the difference between progressing into the final 16 and, worst case, languishing with poor teams such as Arsenal and Tottenham in the UEFA Europa League tournaments. What are we going to do? We had a press conference earlier today from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm joined with our resident expert on these matters. Let us know what went down.
Yeah, press conference at 1, so it's only been a while. Interesting one. So team news wise, Cavani, Martial out. That's definite. So, that may reduce the types of styles of play we want to maybe impose ourselves in this game. We could have maybe played a little bit more direct. That's not going to happen, I don't think, now anymore. Apart from that, I think everyone's okay. I think Shaw's back. So I think there's a lot of rumours that we might go for the 5-3-2. He was asked about the fact that we're perilously close to going out. Ole's just said, the squad haven't thought about that. They're all concentrating on winning the game. As in, like, they're not playing for the draw. They're playing for the win. Maguire was with him as well. He was saying very similar. He was talking it up, saying, all the kind of like United players, this is what they play for. This is, you have to be a United player to kind of enjoy this sort of match. Kind of hyping it up, sounded very confident. So let's see. Leipzig 3-3 against BeIN on the weekend away. They conceded 3 in the previous game as well. So defensively, I think they're quite shocking. But are we going to be able to expose that? Let's hope and see. Apart from that, it's a fully fit squad. More than likely, it's going to be Greenwood and Rashford, unless he goes for the kind of 4-2-1-3, which Mata might get a game. But yeah, squad wise, I think that's I think they're the only injuries that we've got. Confidence wise, can't knock them. Very, very confident, both Ole and Maguire. So yeah, expect and see.
Right, I'll move on to Cass because we're getting a lot of disturbance from your mic, Cass. We've got a few people out, as Harris alluded to. So we've got no Martial, no Cavani, no Fred. So what formation do you think we will, or what formation do you think we should play?
I think, like Harris said, Martial and Cavani, who primarily are the striking options, that pretty much leaves Rashford and Greenwood as our striking possibilities. I don't think Mata will play against Leipzig. I know he came on against West Ham, so I don't think he'll be an option as the right winger. That leads me to believe that it will be a 5-3-2, purely just based on what we have available. But it'd be interesting to see who's going to fill in the third centre-back role if he does do that. Because I think Tuanzebe's still suspended, is he? Or is he back?
No, it was only it was a one-game suspension, I think. Yeah, one game ban.
I think 5-3-2 is probably the best way. I think we got to forget all the games that have happened so far. Forget, what we've done. Focus it on one game against Leipzig. And we don't have to win. Obviously, we should go for the win, but we don't have to win. We need to be smart, sensible, and play in a way which will get us the most chance to get us through.
I think that Fred is going to be a big miss for me. In the European games, he always steps up with his pressing and his energy. 5-3-2, yes, is an option, but I think you may have forgotten the good old 4-4-2 diamond. That's a wonderful option that I think that it will potentially give us that platform to push forward. Obviously, the best midfielder in the Premier League at the top of that diamond. There's no doubt about it. I think we can all agree that the numbers that this man's putting up, Bruno Fernandes, he's clear of any other midfielder. I'm not hearing no KDB talk. I'm not having it.
In my opinion, I think he's currently the best player in the world.
Wow,
Best
big
player in the
statement.
world, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
He's
can
currently
see.
the best player
I
in the
think
world.
if he carries on like this, I think Ballon d'Or. I think Ballon d'Or is
Yeah.
beckoning for Bruno Fernandes. I think there was some
He's better than De
rumors in the
Bruyne
paper.
currently.
Oh,
100%.
he's clear of De Bruyne. De Bruyne is not
Yeah.
even in the same. He doesn't even play the same position. De Bruyne just likes to come onto the right wing and just keep putting crosses in. He's just a advanced version of Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's not in the same conversation as Bruno Fernandes. So I would like to see going back to the formations, the best midfielder currently in the world, Bruno Fernandes, top of the diamond. I'd like to see. I'd ideally like to see Pogba and Van der Beek, but I think that's throwing caution to the wind too much. But I think it will be one of those two, and McTominay and Matic, and the usual suspects at back four, Mason Greenwood, and our form striker, the top goal scorer in the Champions League so far, Marcus Rashford. I'd like to see him. I personally think that's the way we're going to play. But there's so much pressure on this game. Has there been anything this season that has pointed towards the fact that we can perform under such pressure? Or do you think we're going to buckle?
Yeah, I mean, the stats are there. How's the audio, by the way?
Yeah, it's better now.
It's
Yeah, so stats suggest, it's in our favour. I think we've only lost one game away from recent memory in the last 4 or 5 months post-lockdown. I think it might be the Istanbul Başakşehir game. Obviously, we lost against Seville, but that was a neutral venue, let's say. So, all the evidence points towards it. We beat Leipzig 5-0. Then, that was mentioned in the press conference. Ole and Maguire both mentioned it, saying, that will play on Leipzig's mind. I think Ole mentioned that on purpose, just to kind of get that into their heads that, that they have beaten them 5-0. So that's going to leave a mental scar, which it must do. It has to. If you get beat 5-0 by a team and you play them again 3 weeks later, obviously you're not going to play them in the same way. So that will 100% be on their minds. I can't see them playing the diamond. I think that's more for when they play the lesser teams, maybe a team that tactically, he thinks he can maybe do something. I just think away from home, I think he's going to set up with that, with that 5-3-2. The problem we've got is because we lost 3-1 to PSG. Remember, that means that they've got a better head-to-head than us now. So even if we were to win and PSG win, we still finish second, which means we're more than likely going to play the big boys, and it's going to be very, very difficult to get into the last 8.
Isn't it first based on goal difference, or is it first based on head-to-head?
Head-to-head.
Okay.
So the table right now, even though we've got a better goal difference than PSG, they're still top of the table.
No, but why would it want? Okay, fair enough. Going to Leipzig, Cass, obviously they're going to be well up for it. I think, Harris will correct me if I'm wrong, missing Upamecano. So do you think that's a big blow? Do you think that's a big advantage for us? I know that he didn't really make a big difference in the first leg, but he's a quality player. We have been linked with him. How big of a blow is that for Leipzig?
I think it'd be a massive blow. He's probably one of the most highly rated centre-back in European football. Man United, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona, all the big boys in the hunt for him. But based on the last game, I am disappointed that he's not playing because we give him a bit of a runaround at Old Trafford. Rashford caused him great problems. So if you think of it this way, Upamecano is obviously Leipzig's and one of Europe's best centre-backs. The person that's going to replace him surely is not as good as him. So if we give him a runaround, then we've got a good chance to get in behind and get a positive result.
Yeah, so we'll keep it short today. We'll quickly go through what you think is going to be the result. Harris.
Can't see anybody in a draw. It's impossible. This game's going to be a draw because obviously if it is and there's 5 minutes left, Leipzig is going to go for it. If they concede, they concede. I think it's going to be 3-1 Man United.
Catch him on the break.
Indeed.
Okay, Cass.
I'm going to do something that nobody ever thought I would do. And I'm going to go for the good old 1-1. I'm going for the good old 1-1. The Harris
splinters in the bum. Sitting right on the fence.
This is what's going to happen. So we're going to go 1-0 down. And then we are going to get a late equaliser in the form of Bruno Fernandes. That's my prediction.
Okay, sounds good.
And that'll be enough.
I can't really.
to get us through.
I can't really call this game. I'll probably be able to give a better result if I see the team news, if I knew who was playing. But I will say that Man United are going to go through. Whichever way it is, by the end of this game, Manchester United will be in the final 16 of the Champions League. Whether it's a draw, whether it's a win, doesn't really matter. But I don't really see us getting beat. We have that resilient spirit. Even if we go one down, we're not going to panic. We've been there before. We've been there every single away game this season. That gives me hope. The fact that Leipzig have to go for it again. The German league is very different to the Premier League. The way we are on the counter, we are dominant. We can expose teams in a way that very few teams in world football can do. I know that we're missing some of our key players, but Marcus Rashford, the pace, the direct running power that he has is probably, there's only few people in world football. Mason Greenwood, the finishing ability, again, he's not slow. We're going to be a match for them. If they're our only two options, we're going to give them a run, especially if they're coming forward and they leave any space behind. We're going to punish them. So that's why I'm confident as well that we're going to get the result for this game. Any final thoughts before we go?
Yeah, I just want to say, Qasim, I want a share of that of the notes once you've finished robbing that bank. I want some money. I want a share of it.
Which bank are you talking about?
You know, you've got the attire on for it. It looks as though you're going down to the local.
Okay. Well, I'll address that. I'll address that with the public. Unfortunately, due to a global pandemic, due to Manchester, where we reside from, unfortunately being in tier 3, I'm putting my body on the line as a key worker, still working. I have not had time to get a haircut. I don't want to disrespect the fans by impacting their experience watching this video, which is why I decided to wear a hood, not to rob a bank.
It's one of the better flags I've heard. Well done.
Just to let you know, I'm going to give an exclusive as well today.
Oh,
an exclusive. Yeah, a Redflex exclusive. That Redflex is going to be going international this week. We will be having some shows from abroad, from a different country. The international experience is coming to the Redflex, so everyone watch out for that. It'll be sometime later this week. So if you're not already, make sure you like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to see where in the world the Redflex is going to be. And we're going to be broadcasting live from there. So thank you very much. This is the game to... Oh, we're back. See that? The haters couldn't take the fact that we're going international, but thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you again very soon.